Hello, I'm Gareth. I'm a director of the Society and I'm joined by one of our players today, Alex Whitmore. So Alex is just going to tell us a little bit about the impact of the pandemic on his sort of current mental health and the mental health of all those around us, and what we're sort of doing really just to keep everybody positive during these times. So Alex, just tell us a little bit, how you sort of cope really with the impact of the pandemic and that.
Coping probably a lot better now than it did last year when it started. Obviously it was completely out of the blue. Nobody ever experienced anything like it before. Nobody knew how long it was going to be, what it entailed, what any outcome was going to be. But I managed to keep myself busy during the first one. As time went on and things, there was no sort of light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. I found things to do in the house, and I've got 2 dogs that I'm fortunate enough to walk and keep me entertained and things like that. As time's gone on, we're nearly a year on now. It still appears that it's moving slowly. But fortunately for myself, I've managed to keep myself quite upbeat. I can do fitness stuff that's kept me in reasonable shape. Obviously football coming back eventually was a massive boost.
How different do you feel it's been since we've been back? So obviously, I've known him for years, and it's a very different environment at the moment compared to the football environment we know of. So there's been no team bonding nights out. There's lots of protocols in place now just for daily things really that seem to make things more of a struggle.
It's massive. I mean, the football environment, people don't realise how much of a sort of brotherhood it is. You do have your nights out, you have your holidays, you have your you go for a coffee together. It's all part and parcel of being a good team, and it's a good community. And it does take away from it when you're just turning up to training and going home. You don't get that social aspect with the boys. You used to be able to come to football in the morning, have your breakfast, train, have your lunch, gym. You'd be there most of the day. Really, it's sort of we tend to be creatures of habit. Really, we like the routine of being in. But I said uncertainty at the minute is on any given day you might not be in, and it might be like that for a day, it might be like that for 10 days, So the difference between a year ago and now is massive. I do think the environment that football in at the minute is a complete U-turn to what it usually is.
And are there any things that you think we're doing as a club or you're doing as lads that you find help sort of decrease the impact of that, or some more sort of positive stuff for mental health?
Yeah, well, we've managed to get our gym sessions done in smaller groups, which means we can still do that, which is obviously a big part of football. We've done Zoom sessions recently, which is good fun. Gives you something to look forward to when you are in the house, and if you do happen to be isolating. And we. A lot of the lads, believe it or not, are into PlayStation and things like that, so we do keep in touch. We do speak to each other on a regular basis, so there's not been much time to sort of dwell and get down really. We've managed to sort of stay on our toes and do things as best we can.
So you basically just found ways of socialising without actually socialising face to face, really.
What else can you do? You've got to make doing, you've got to adapt really. It's what it is at the minute. One day we'll get back to where we were, but for the foreseeable it's not going to happen. So you can sit around and mope about it, and or you can get on with it really. There's nothing else you can do. You don't laugh, you'll cry. So it's the onus is sort of on yourself and the people around you, checking in with people and keeping them, if you're fortunate enough to be in a good place mentally, is bringing people along with you, and if you can sort of rub off on them, it benefits to both of you.
It's perfect. Thank you very much for your time, mate. Cheers.
No worries, mate.